Good morning, everybody. Simon here, Explosive Action with my March DVD Blu-ray update. And it's a reasonable pile for the month. It's only going to be one update this month. We've only got a few days left anyway. But it's pretty good, and you can see some quality on top. I'm sure there's be a couple of people out there excited about the first DVD on the left on that pile. As far as I knew, until I got these, there were no DVDs of that film and anything else in that pile. So let's just get started before I get too excited about that pile. On the Blu-rays on the right here, we've got new release of Starry Eyes. This has been getting a lot of hype, and I've just jumped straight on the bandwagon, not knowing too much about the film itself, except it was a monster picture, rated R, and it came with a free t-shirt when pre-ordering through JB. That shirt has not shown up. It will show up at some point, but anyway. I've not heard anybody say that this is bad, so I look forward to watching Starry Eyes very soon. As above, so below. I really enjoyed this. So this is a found footage again kind of film, and it's set in France, and involves a bunch of, I guess they're what are they like? I've forgotten the term. Anywho, they're explorers. They go underground to discover, well, I can't reveal too much, but yeah, if you know what the term as above, so below comes from, then you can probably work out what they do find as they dig deeper into the earth. And it is very good. Lots of spooky bits in this one, and reasonable amount of horror violence as shown on the front there with the rating. Enjoy. Oculus, I've not watched this yet. Heard mixed things. I do like Karen Gillan from, obviously, in Doctor Who. She speaks with an American accent in this trailer, which puts me off, but anywho, I will check out Oculus. They were very cheap in JB sale. Oh, kill me. Now, look, why did I buy this? I don't know. The Scorpion King 4-movie collection. That's right, there's 4 of these sodding things now. And I sat down and watched 1, 2, and 3 so far. Now, number 1 I remember seeing in the cinema. It's light fluff, it's entertaining. Number 2 was pretty bloody bad. Prequel, it's written terribly. Ugh. Number 3 was surprisingly good and well executed, and it's from the director of Death Race 2 and 3. So he brings a lot of his direct-to-video action qualities to the film, and yeah, surprisingly Part 3 was very entertaining. And as a sequel to the first film, there's Part 4, which coincides with this 4-pack release. They came out at the same time. No idea what it's like. But, you know, they're nothing too over the top. They're just sort of Hercules for the modern DTV age. Kind of fun, just Part 2, very boring. Ex-rental of Phantom. I got this because it's got Ed Harris and David Duchovny, and it's something to do with World War II subs, so, you know, it's got to be something good about it. Check that out. Thief, James Caan's Thief. This is a Criterion release. Fairly new release, and I managed to pick it up second hand, which is, you know, quite surprising to find something like this second hand in Australia. So it only cost me $15. Very good price for a Criterion Blu-ray. Film that's not had decent release until this point. There's been some very murky widescreen but non-anamorphic DVDs in most territories, and now finally we get a new lovely looking Blu-ray, so good fun to check that out. Ex-rental I got yesterday, In Their Skin on Accent. Again, not knowing too much about it, but it has had some very favourable reviews. If anybody has seen In Their Skin, do jump in and say what you thought of it, because it certainly looks pretty interesting. Finally, after months and months, my Kickstarter contribution bonus of Samurai Cop signed Blu-ray turned up. This was for helping to finance the filming of Samurai Cop 2. Not sure when that's due, but I finally got the Blu-ray of the first film. You can see the signatures on it. No Robert Zadar, which is a shame. But what a craptacular film this is. Like, seriously, this is B-movie gold right here. And yeah, I'm really happy to get the Blu-ray. It was something like $60 US shipped for part 1 and 2 through the Kickstarter, or you could go on Amazon and buy part 1 for $40 plus shipping. Now it's a very expensive Blu-ray, who knows why it's 40, but still, for 30 each, including shipping, and to help finance the sequel, I was much happier to go down that route. So, New Year's Evil, finally a nice release of this one. Yes, there was a DVD-R in the States, but it's a DVD-R, so, you know, why buy a DVD-R? Nice new Blu-ray put out by Scream. Very nice. Canon slasher from the 80s, of course. Exterminators of the Year 3000. Oh, this was good fun to get. This is a proper, about time they did this in a quality release kind of film. Code Red put out a DVD 5 years ago or something that was full screen. Not the best, but it was what we had. I have a Japanese VHS which is widescreen, though it's quite a not quite a brilliant print. This is a very nice print. Some people have said that there's a bit of digital noise reduction, but honestly it looked great to me, and it is the best we're ever going to get of this Italian post-apocalyptic Mad Max ripoff. So Exterminators of the Year 3000, fun film, good disc. 88 Films, new release, Don't Ride on Late Night Trains. It is actually got a reversible cover, which is cool. It's also known as Night Train Murders. Shameless put out the DVD a while ago. This is number 1 in 88 Films' new Italian film range. They've got Anthropophagus coming out soon. They've got Blast Fighter up for pre-order. So it looks like another good label, and being numbered, they sucker me right in, and now I have to buy them all. Speaking of which, the next one in the series of the Slasher collection, Slasher Classics from 88 Films. Number 10, so their numbering is all over the shop at this point. This is The Boogeyman. Uli Lomel's The Boogeyman. They get reversible covers, but I quite liked this one. This is, I think it was the British tape art, which I wasn't as familiar with as the that one there. You can see slightly fuzzy because I haven't zoomed in properly. That's the American art, poster art. Excuse me, I've got a bit of a cold, you can probably tell, rather sucks. So yeah, very nice, and I love these little red slimline cases they've found. And of course, they're numbered, so must get them all. Gotta buy them, gotta buy them! Mother's Day, also one of the newer releases. Number 2. Awesome. Never got the DVD of this. I only ever had the tape, so I'm jumping from tape to Blu-ray. Good Troma film. Like with all good Troma films, except for Toxic Avenger and Class of Nukem High, the good ones are the ones that they buy, not the ones that they make. Mother's Day being one of those. Don't Go in the Woods Alone, a film that should probably never go on Blu-ray, but finally is. Nobody asked for it, but we got it. Slasher Classics Collection, and number 3. Upgrading the Code Red DVD I have. It's a slasher, and it's a not a very good one, but anywho, good to have. Citizen Toxic Avenger 4. More 88 Films. Nice bright green case. For some reason, parts 1 and 2 are in fat cases, and parts 3 and 4 are in thin cases. My OCD screamed a bit about that, but you know, here we are. That's part 4. Going in reverse order. Part 3. The Last Temptation of Toxie. I've only ever seen, so far, part 1. So now I have 2, 3, and 4 to watch. I have been pretty much told from most people that it's parts 1 and 4 that are good, and 2 and 3 that are not. So if you have any thoughts on that, which Toxic Avengers are the good ones? Obviously part 1. Do you like 2, 3, or 4? Let me know. This is my pick of the month. Primal Rage, an incredibly hard to get Code Red DVD. Long out of print. I paid a reasonable but not too over the top amount for this. I paid an adequate amount for a rare film. So, yeah, Italian horror. The only decent release worldwide. There's a German boot. But I would encourage people to try and track down this Code Red release of Primal Rage. Awesome. Very happy to have that. New Asylum garbage. Age of Tomorrow, with Kelly Hu and good old Robert Picardo from Star Trek Next Generation. It's Prometheus meets Predator, apparently that required quotation marks around it. I'm sure somebody somewhere may have said that. Anywho, I think this is meant to rip off Edge of Tomorrow, the Tom Cruise film, which I've not seen, but you know, I like to get these crappy asylum films that Pop by Vendetta put out. And, you know, when they're rated MA for strong violence and have got Robert Picardo, they're going to be something good about them. And another asylum. This was okay. Could have been better. The middle was quite slow. Three Musketeers. All for one and guns for all. Get it? You see what they did there? More quotes again that nobody ever said. An action-packed thrill ride in the tradition of Mission Impossible and the Bourne trilogy. Wow. What a load of crap. Entertaining enough, but as I said, the middle was slow. Some good start, some good ending. Some hilariously bad CG explosions, but yeah, overall, it's not a bad watch. Modern adaptation of the classic adventure. Yeah, Three Musketeers. Get it if you see it cheap or rent it or whatever. Very happy to get this. The Search for Wang Wang. This is my Kickstarter contribution bonus again. I saw this at its Sydney premiere with Andrew Livold, the director and total Wang enthusiast, was doing Q&A after it. And there you go, got my signatures on there. Very nice. 3-disc set. Got number 63 of 200 from the Kickstarter supporters edition. So you get 2 discs of the film, a whole bunch of extras. What do we get? We get the Wild Wang Wang, the entire film. It is quite low quality, but it is basically all you can get. So there's a whole film on there. Soundtrack for the film. Extra extended sequences of documentary footage, which is really well worth watching. The stuff with Polito, which didn't make the main cut, is very entertaining, so make sure you do watch them. I even watched this with my wife. Anyone can watch this. It's a very interesting story about the rise and fall of Wang Wang, and it goes through his real name, you find out, and how he survived the Filipino film industry, and very much a sad tale of exploitation, but it is very, very good watch and very well made documentary. So encourage everybody to watch The Search for Wang Wang. Great stuff. The Mothers. This is the new Vinegar Syndrome release. I wasn't planning on getting it because we've had this film out here for 2 years now, as a B-side to the Machete Maidens Unleashed documentary. But Vinegar Syndrome had a 1-day free shipping, international free shipping sale, which, you know, that knocks 12 US off the price, and this was marked down to 15, so I paid 15 US, about 18 Australian dollars to get this landed, and it's a new remaster anyway, so, and the cover art's awesome, so I don't mind double dipping, especially for the price that I paid. So there you go, that's The Mothers. Good fun, that one. Pawnbroker pickups from yesterday are Borderland. Don't know much about it, but I do remember reading at the time that it was pretty good. If anyone's seen Borderland, let me know what you think. I do recall it being thought of favourably. More Pawnbroker pickups. This applies to Australians only. The best and second best of the D-Generation. D-Generation being a comedy troupe from the 80s and 90s that we had out here. Went on to do The Late Show, which is also, well, that's one of my favourite Australian comedies. And then the crew went on to film good films like The Castle, The Dish, which some international people may recognise those films. Particularly The Castle, that's a classic Australian film. So yeah, this is all their sketch stuff from when they were on TV, the D-Generation. Happy to grab that. When You're Coming Back, Red Rider. This is the only DVD worldwide of this film. Just came out. I can see my reflection there. Hello, everybody. Hello. When you're coming back, Red Rider, new release. It's only full screen, but it is the only release you can get of this film. And I've not seen it, but it's had so many positive recommendations to me as being a proper cult film that is... well, what did they say it was similar to here? I can't even be bothered reading at the moment. It's on there somewhere. But yeah, you know, Vietnam War vet comes back kind of deal. And society doesn't gel with him anymore. It's one of those films. But meant to be excellent, so I am happy to pick this up. It's only like $10 brand new from Umbrella. House of a Thousand Corpses. Now, I already have this DVD. Well, not this DVD. I have a copy of the film on DVD. This is the Australian DVD, which is now damn hard to find. Bloody hard to find. So I was really happy to pick this up in the pawnbroker. It's got DTS audio. It's the audio that people used to do in the early days because it was high quality, and now everyone's just stopped doing it, which is a shame because it is better. Obviously, Blu-rays have got DTS HD, but back in the DVD days, DTS stamp meant better audio, and nobody seems to do it anymore. Anywho, good film, Rob Zombie's film, and quite a rare Australian release, so happy to pick that one up. Oh, need to clean up some glue on this one. Terra Firma, Troma film. Not seen Terra Firma, but this is the Australian 2-disc director's cut from Stomp. Many people have mentioned before the editions that were released after Stomp sold the rights. Were nowhere near as good. You lost the second disc, you lost the special features. So yeah, it's an X-Rental with some crappy stickers on it, but it's the 2-disc edition of Terra Firma. One I already got, and I don't know what to do with it now, but this is the Dead Next Door Anchor Bay. It's very rare to find like an early Anchor Bay Region 1 DVD in an Australian pawnbroker. So for $2.50, I just thought I'd save it from sitting on the shelves. I'll find a home for it. I've already got it, Dead Next Door. Good film. Boogeyman 3, I haven't even got the sticker off this one yet. Only picked up because I watched part 2, which I was told was supposed to be really good. It wasn't really good, it was okay. And I figured for $2.50 I'll pick up Boogeyman 3, see if it's any good. These insomnia films are sometimes okay. Cold Comes the Night, I know nothing about this, like literally nothing. Just had a favourable review. Action thriller, I think. Chime in if you know what it is. Same with this one. Ill Manners. Nothing about it. Not a thing. Just one of those things sitting around the pawnbroker that looked like it needed a home. Only God Forgives. I had no real interest in picking up Ryan Gosling films. I'm not a 17-year-old girl. But I heard this was an incredibly gritty thriller and very violent, so we shall check out Only God Forgives. One I picked up for the missus, The Legend of Zorro. Apparently a sequel to, I can't remember what the first one was called. It was definitely something of Zorro. Adventures of Zorro? I don't know. I remember when these came out in the 90s. I love this quote. ... Thrilling. Thrilling. Antonio Banderas, Legend of Zorro. Bang Rajan. Thai action. Elephants. You know. Gotta see it. Gotta see it. Looks great to me. 2 discs. Saved from the pawnbrokers. Now this is interesting. Alright, so we got Count Yorga Vampire and the Return of Count Yorga. Looks like an MGM release. Tis not. This is a laser printer copy of the cover. And the disc is... Oh. Come on. Steady. There we go. Here's a DVD-R. So this is a well-made looking bootleg. And I know I got it from the pawnbroker, but I know exactly where it would have come from too. There is a shop, not in the city, but it's not too far from me, that specialises essentially in reproducing discs and making them look legit and selling them to the unsuspecting public for $29.95. I would never support that stupid place. I've had words with them in the past about their crappy practices, but anyway. I didn't realise what I had until I walked out the door. I thought, oh cool, Midnight Movies, because it really is a high quality cover. But here's a bootleg. It is a clone DVD, so it's exactly the same data, so it'll do for now. Still annoying. Brad Pitt Fury. Really don't know too much about it. I saw that it was coming out. I thought, oh, it might be okay. And then it's very quickly gone to the bargain bins and the buy two get one free sales and all that. And then I found this also in the pawnbroker for $2.50. So that's Fury, Brad Pitt's latest thing. Jackboots on Whitehall. I've seen this floating around the traps for many years now, thinking that looks pretty cool. It's like stop motion war film. I believe it's, yeah, there you go. Team America crashes headfirst into Inglourious Bastards. Now that's a nice combination, as far as I'm concerned. Only rated M, so it's not going to be too violent, which would have been funny to see it. Very violent, but good cast. It's Stephen Merchant's in it. Ewan McGregor, that's hilarious. Richard E. Grant. So look, hopefully it's fun. Anyone seen that? Seven Swords, Dragon Dynasty. I do like getting these ones. They're martial art films. 2-disc set. I did pretty good from the pawnbrokers this month. When I pay $2.50 for a 2-disc set like this, they must pay the poor guy that drops it off like 30 cents or something. So I'm happy to get these things home. Let the Bullets Fly, Chow Yun Fat, on Vendetta. Looks like a good one to me. China's biggest ever blockbuster hit. Anyone seen it? Okay. Now, onto my favourite pile. I got in trade a big pile of Italian and Filipino jungle war films, basically. Pretty much what this entire pile is. These are legit DVDs, apparently. They're certainly pressed DVDs, and they're from a South African company. If you can see the logo there. Impact Video. So these are real discs. I don't know how legit the rights are, but they're real discs. Sold in South African stores. Yeah, real disc. Slash is a great jungle action film with Ron Christoph and Michael Monty. And the print, okay, so none of these are widescreen. They're just from Tape Masters, but they are from the Masters. They're not from VHS Dobs. That's, at least from what I can tell from my eyes. This is the best print I've ever seen of Slash. Better than my Japanese tape. Not amazingly so, but it's obvious it's not from a VHS. It's from a master tape. So, I mean, the company acquired the tapes. They may have acquired the licenses. So this is really cool to get. We got Slash. I'll just run through them. This one, we haven't been able to work out what it really is. This is Lethal Killing Machine with Ron Christoph, but so far I haven't worked out what it really is. That's not its real title, whatever it is. I have to compare some of my Japanese tapes, see if I've already got it. The To Hell with Heroes. Deadly Hunter. Bit of Red Brown. Firing Line in the Tradition of Strike Commander. Now, isn't that brilliant? When you've got a DVD for a movie called The Firing Line, and they say it's in the tradition of a movie that nobody else in the universe is going to know of, except for fans of these films. In the tradition of Strike Commander. That really appeals to me. But I have seen Firing Line before, and it's nowhere near as good. Fist of Glory. Look at that. Fucking brilliant. This one, very happy to get this one. Blood Chase, Teddy Page. Teddy Page directed film. Awesome. This one's great. Blackfire, another Ron Christoph. Look at these covers, aren't they amazing? Awesome. Pick of the bunch for me. Phantom Soldiers. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Full screen, but I think it's open matte. because comparing it to my Japanese widescreen tape, it's basically the same footage, and the print is better. Hooray, hooray. Heroes for Hire. Eternal Fist. This one's got the funniest cover. Look at that bloke. Not seen Eternal Fist, but look at that. Huh? He's going to give you an Eternal Fist, that's for sure. Ugh. Commando Invasion. Got Gordon Mitchell in this one. And the last one. Sudden Thunder. How awesome are these DVDs? So all from that Impact video. Very happy to get that. And last but not least, you may have seen this at the beginning. Manborg. I now have on VHS. A new release put out by a local company, Celluloid Apocalypse. Really, really nice. Big fat clamshell. Manborg was meant to be seen on tape. I think it was limited to 25 copies or something. Very, very limited. Nice solid tape. Colour stickers. Get a little pamphlet thing about Celluloid Apocalypse. So that's a lovely one for the collection. A bit of Manborg, great film. That's this update, guys. Hope you all enjoyed. Anything you want to speak about, jump on it in the comments. Otherwise, see you all next time.